Banshees, it's Alyssa. I'm back again with a wet specimens video. I'm updating everything. Got more. I recorded the last one in up and down mode and with a horrible lighting, so we're just gonna redo it. So I hope you like it. Is a warning that this video contains images of death. If that unnerves you or grosses you out, then this video and this channel is probably not something for you. Thank you. So I figured we would start with my necklace. He is a diaphanized rat fetus. I think he's a fetus. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on him. From Last Rites Oddities, and I will link everything down below. I changed the chain, and that's it. Next up is this little guy from the same shop. He is well, I don't know this for sure, but a commenter commented on the last one, and I think they said that it looks like a red-tailed boa. I should have looked at it, but I'll put it in the description. But he is a cute little boy. I'm not a huge fan of live snakes, but I like the dead ones. I don't kill them, but I like the dead ones. I think they're beautiful creatures. They just scare the living crap out of me. Now we will move on to one of my favorites. He is a marmoset. I love him so much. Sorry, my fingers are getting in the way. He's a marmoset. And he is cute. Oh, in his little fetal position. I believe he was stillborn, but look at that tail. Ah, oh, so cute. So cute. I wish I could have a real marmoset. So I've got this guy. And it's not really a guy. It's just tentacles. They just cut off the tentacles of a squid. I mean, it was dead, obviously. But there it is. And I've got two of these. I've got one and my boyfriend has one. We got them together. It was really cute. I think it's over here somewhere. Yeah, so you got these two. Jeremy's is the bigger one. I let him have the bigger one because he liked the bigger one better. Where's the camera? There we go. They're little matching tentacles. That one was from the Room of Lost Things. That one's in Denver. They're really awesome. They have like wall-to-wall oddities. Like, it's hard to even like see everything. And then when they're busy, it's like really hard to see everything. So I've gone in there multiple times and there's always something that I'm like, was that there last time or did I just completely miss it? So if you're ever in Denver, Colorado, you need to check it out. Okay. Then we have a chicken heart, also from the Room of Lost Things. This is a chicken heart, and it's in this cute little vial. I love these little vials with the glass, like, you know what I'm saying? They're like old perfume bottles. Most oddity stores, they don't like consistently have the same thing. So when you ask somebody where they got that, they might have had maybe two of the similar specimens at the same time, but a lot of the time you're gonna go back to that oddity store, you're not gonna find the same thing. Unless it was like immediately after they got it. But if you shop around at all the oddity stores near you, you might find something similar. And every trip into an oddity store is like, even if you've been there a million times, it's like a whole new adventure in itself. So I will link everybody I've been to and where I got everything. But I suggest you, if you're not in my area, to look up oddity stores around you and antique stores, antique markets. There's an antique market here that I'm actually about to sell my oddities jewelry in. And they have little booths and it's like a lot of antiques, but then there's like a taxidermist there. And then there's a lady who does like butterflies and stuff, like this snake right here. I don't know if you can see him. I got him out of like a little booth there, and I actually got 2 of my wet specimens from a booth there from the same lady. So I suggest looking up oddities near you, antiques near you. Like antique shops, they sell death photos. You won't find the exact same thing going to the same place, because a lot of the time they only have one thing. And that's the great thing about oddities, is that they're usually one of a kind. So let's move on. This one is, they call it the little spawn of Cthulhu. He's a squid and he is absolutely precious. He is smelly though. I went to change out his alcohol and just fish specimens, they stink. Like most other specimens, like there's a slight hint of dead smell, but you can't really smell it. This guy, I put him in a sealed jar. I was like, no more of that smell. So this, I love him so much, and I'm kind of sad I got it for my boyfriend, but I did, because my boyfriend's dad was really into armadillos and he passed, and then I saw this, and it is a fetal armadillo, and it is probably my, I wouldn't say favorite, but he is one of my all-time favorites. He is absolutely precious. Look at him, look at his little sleepy face. He looks so cute. This guy is a little baby rat. This is my boyfriend's, and I got him this because I got myself a giant rat, which I will show you in a minute. But that is getting bigger, and it's like, his hair is falling out. Like, that's not him white with white hair, that's his skin. Sorry, I know. His face is adorable though. He's got the cutest little face. So this guy, he is a Sphinx kitten. I believe he was either fetal or stillborn. He is actually probably my favorite. And it's really funny because no one else likes him. Like they're like, oh yeah, he's cool, but it's kind of gross looking at his skin. I'm like, that's why it's amazing. I don't know. I love him. He's such a cute little boy. I think of my wet specimens, especially, more of like pets that I don't have to feed than anything else. So this is the only one with a name. I know, I'm bad, but I have like 20 something, maybe even 30 wet specimens, so I'm surprised even he got a name. But this is Bartok, like the bat from Anastasia. Cute. I've been on a desperate hunt for like a year and a half now for a new jar for him. Oh, he is really hard to turn, you guys, so I'm sorry if this looks choppy as hell. But there's his cute little face. A cheese. It's so cute. I named him because he's got his little paw out and he looks like he's saying, "And I kicker, sir." So that's the only reason he got named. He's my favorite though. This little guy is a baby bearded dragon. So the thing you'll learn with wet specimens is a lot of the time they are, if you get them ethically, they are fetal or stillborn, or died very immediately after being born. And that's kind of how, the only way you get ethical wet specimens. Bartok was somebody's pet that they donated to the lady that I go to, like her Oddities store, and they were like, do what you will. That's why he's a full-grown dog and not a stillborn or fetal. A lot of people find that sad and they find it disrespectful, but honestly, I love these things as if they were living, and I think that's better than them just rotting in a box in the ground or just in the ground in general. I find beauty in the death of these animals. And I think they deserve more than to just be thrown away, because most of these would just be thrown in the garbage. Next up, we have this guy. And me and my boyfriend aren't sure what he is. I'm pretty sure he's just a very large skink. Next up, we've got this fishy boy. I got him because he was like $10. Cool though, his eye, it's all white and glossed over. Then, this guy, he a guinea pig. This is also one that was donated to the lady at the shop. And it was a little sickly. You can't really tell it's a guinea pig. But she did her best to preserve him, and she was like, look, he might not last. I'm selling him for 20 bucks. And I was like, well, we're gonna keep him as long as he lasts. So, he's lasted. It's been a few months now, and I have not seen any further decay of him. So, he's got these cute little orange in him. He's very cute. He was somebody's pet, but he was donated. So, there's that. That is another way to get wet specimens. And it's a snake. Like I said, I like snakes when they're dead. I would never kill one, but I will, never have a live one. It is a boa, obviously. And so the chick that made this, the person at the sales counter told me that she's going to school to be a mortician. So I think what she was doing was learning incisions. But it's really cool. All his guts are, ripped out. He's pretty much just a skinned snake. This guy is also one of the ones I got recently for my birthday. And he is really hard to see because his head does not want to stay underwater. And I don't want to pour alcohol over myself. But he's a turtle. I think he's so cute. Sad story though, we get home with it and he's like, do you got it? And I was like, yeah, I got it. And I pick it up. And I accidentally grabbed it by here instead of here. And spilled this whole 2-gallon thing of alcohol all over my car. My car smelled like alcohol and dead things for at least 2 weeks. Be careful where you grab your jars, kids, because it's disastrous. Okay, now we are on to the corner cabinet. So all of these are in other cabinets around the house, but this is the piece de resistance. And I work really hard on rearranging this every couple of months because I have some kind of anxiety where if stuff sits in the same place for too long, I start to panic. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's even an official thing that you can diagnose, but my whole house, besides my bedroom, gets rearranged at least twice a year. At least. That's at the very least. The living room and my studio get rearranged I don't even want to admit to it, five times a year. At least once a season. Okay, so piece de resistance. He's a horned chameleon, and he's diaphanized, and he was my first diaphanized wet specimen, and I love him so much. I feel so blessed having him. It's ridiculous. My second diaphanized wet specimen, and he is crazy cool looking. I feel like he hasn't always looked like that. Maybe he has, and I'm just being weird, and it's just this lighting, but I can see his skin, and I don't remember seeing that. And my favorite part is his tail. Do you see that? Ah, it's so cool. This is the pit bull puppy. He was my first ever wet specimen. And he's so tiny, I just forget that he's there. Well, let's not have the cap come off. He is an axolotl. Don't mind my god-awful accent. I don't even know what that was supposed to be. He's a little baby axolotl. Stop! We've got a bunny! He was a fetus. Dang, this lighting just lets you see everything. Sorry. But look at his little face. I can't help it. Like, every time I get one, I'm like, look at its face. Look at its face. He's my most recent. This one is a Euromastix, and I always forget that, but I made sure to remember this time. And I got him because of his tail. Do you see that? Oh, so pretty. I love, like, I have some kind of weird interest in tails. This is my bigger rat. He is like, he's bigger than my hand, is what I'm trying to say. Like, if he was outside of this, like, he's the same size as the pit bull puppy. He's so huge. But he has, I change his alcohol as much as I can, like, afford, you know. But he always goes orange, and he always looks like he's bleeding. I think he's haunted. I mean, I don't have a problem with, I just, like, he always looks like he's bleeding. I don't know what it is. I feel like we should give him a name too. Something creepy. Down to the final two. I lied. This one has a name. So I have two that have a name. And I don't remember why I named this one. But he's a chicken. He's a chicken boy. I need to refill a lot of these. So, this is Petrie. And I don't feel like... He's really hard to, like, see in general. Every time I change his alcohol, like, he's beautiful. He's got these oranges and these browns. But when he's dirty, he's dirty and you can't see anything. Last but not least, I got this because I have been trying to find a human heart. And I know that's weird, but it's a thing. You can collect them from medical, like, schools and stuff. Like, they have human hearts cut in half so you can see all the valves and stuff. And I'm too broke for human parts. I own a couple of human toe bones, but that's it. My boyfriend has a human rib bone. Back to the point. This I got because I wanted a human heart. They didn't have a human heart, but everybody thinks this is a human heart, so I win, right? It's actually a pig heart, but it's about the size of a human heart. So that's why I got it. That's it. Well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Even just watching my videos, liking them if you want to, subscribing if you want to. I'm not doing this for money. I just like talking about my oddities, and I want to find like-minded people out there. So if you are also into the crazy, unusual world of oddities, let me know. Have a good day.